Hello and welcome back to Senior Health Over 60, the channel where we share trusted, science-backed advice to help you stay strong, active, and independent as you age. If you're over 60 and care about your health, you're in the right place. Direct hit: have your legs been feeling heavier lately? Do you find it harder to climb stairs? Or maybe you feel more tired after a simple walk around the block? If so, you're not alone, and what you'll hear today might truly surprise you. Pushpin, today, we're diving into a claim that sounds almost unbelievable. Can two common vitamins, vitamin A and vitamin D, actually weaken your legs as you age? Vitamins that we've always been told are essential for bone and immune health. Could they be silently doing more harm than good? Now, we're not here to scare you, but to empower you. As someone who has studied senior health for decades, I've seen both the power and the pitfalls of supplements. So stick around. The full picture might change the way you look at your daily routine. But before we dig deeper, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Senior Health Over 60. Your support keeps this channel going strong and helps us bring even more practical, life-changing insights to folks just like you. Clapperboard, let's get into it. Part 1. Everyday habits that quietly weaken your legs. Have you ever considered that seemingly harmless habits might be taking a toll on your leg strength without you even noticing? 1. Refined sugar and sweet treats. Think of that slice of pie or a sugary coffee you enjoy guilt-free. Unfortunately, after 60, these sweets can spark chronic inflammation in your muscles and joints. That nagging ache in your knees or a heavier feeling in your thighs. It isn't just age, it could be inflammation. On top of that, sugar causes insulin spikes and crashes, which zap your muscle energy and leave you feeling drained. Many viewers have told us they felt more stable after cutting back on sugar by just 1 cup of icing-drenched cookie a day. 2. Fried foods like French fries, fried chicken, donuts. Comfort food at its best, but they can be comfort for your waistline and trouble for your legs. Fried foods are loaded with trans and saturated fats that restrict healthy blood flow. This poor circulation means oxygen and nutrients don't reach your leg muscles easily, slowing down recovery and fueling stiffness. Plus, they take hours to digest, taking energy away from the muscles your body needs instead of fueling them. 3. White bread and refined carbs. A simple slice of white bread might seem harmless as part of breakfast, but it breaks down quickly into sugar, causes a rapid blood sugar spike, and leaves you crashing soon after. Over time, these spikes can lead to insulin resistance and reduced energy in your muscles. White bread lacks fiber, protein, and nutrients that muscles need to stay strong, especially after 60, when preserving muscle mass becomes essential. It's also sneakily calorie-dense, contributing to unwanted weight gain, and that extra weight adds stress to your joints and with that, risk of pain and instability. Pushpin mini story break. Meet Bill, a 68-year-old who had struggled with knee stiffness for years. He wasn't overweight or inactive, just a fan of daily white bread sandwiches for lunch. After switching to whole grain bread and adding lean proteins like turkey or egg whites, he noticed a surprising improvement in just 3 weeks. Less stiffness, more energy, and easier stair climbs. These aren't drastic changes. You don't need to give up dessert altogether or rewrite your recipes. But by swapping one pastry for fruit with cinnamon, replacing fried snacks with air-popped popcorn, or choosing whole grain loaves instead of white, you're giving your legs a fighting chance. Plus, these simple swaps are sustainable. They reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and help maintain lean muscle, all with minimal effort and cost. Part 2. Convenience foods that quietly undermine muscle health. After learning how sugary and fried treats affect your leg strength, you might think that avoiding those foods is enough. But the truth is, many convenience foods we reach for daily can be stealthy culprits too. Let's dig into 3 common offenders. 1. Instant noodles and canned soup. These pantry staples are quick and easy, but they often come with hidden drawbacks. First, they're loaded with sodium. sometimes half or more of your daily limit in just one serving. That excess salt leads to fluid retention, making your legs feel swollen, stiff, and achy. Second, these foods lack real nutrition, minimal protein, vitamins, or minerals, so your body isn't getting the fuel it needs to support strong muscles. Plus, artificial additives like flavor enhancers and preservatives can contribute to inflammation. Over time, relying on these quick meals may leave your legs weak, tired, and slower to recover, even after a short walk. 2. Packaged cookies, snacks, and processed treats. That tempting bag of chips or glossy package of cookies may taste great, but they're often full of unhealthy fats, artificial dyes, chemical flavorings, and refined carbs. All of these can trigger chronic inflammation, raise blood sugar levels, and weaken muscle tissue. On top of that, snacks like these usually offer no real nutritional benefit, no fiber, no usable protein, just empty calories. After 60, your body needs quality nutrients to maintain muscle. When you choose nutrient-poor snacks instead, you're depriving your legs of the very building blocks they need. Imagine relying on sugar and chemicals when your muscles are shouting for protein and vitamins. 3. Processed cheese, frozen desserts, and ultra-processed dairy. Ice cream, cheese slices, and other ultra-processed dairy products may be convenient and comforting, but they're often high in saturated fats, sugars, and additives. Every bite can contribute to inflammation and interfere with healthy circulation. Saturated fats may stiffen your blood vessels, hindering the flow of oxygen-rich blood to your legs. Meanwhile, some additives can upset the natural balance of minerals like calcium and magnesium, elements that your muscles desperately need to contract and relax smoothly. Over time, this can lead to leg cramps, heaviness, and reduced mobility. Pushpin mini story break. Consider Ellen, a 72-year-old retiree who loved her late-night ice cream and packaged cheese crackers. She'd been dealing with leg cramps and puffiness but couldn't figure out why. After giving up ultra-processed dairy and switching to plain Greek yogurt with a touch of honey, just 2 weeks later, her leg cramps nearly disappeared. She woke up feeling lighter and more comfortable. The great news: you don't need to sacrifice convenience. Just trade some ingredients for nutrient-rich alternatives. Replace instant noodles with a homemade vegetable soup or a ready-made broth with low sodium and added vegetables. Swap chips and cookies for nuts, fruit, popcorn, or whole grain crisps. Skip processed cheese in favor of natural options like cottage cheese or fresh mozzarella. These swaps keep things simple, enjoyable, and leg healthy, all while fitting right into your lifestyle. Part 3. The vitamin twist: when helpful becomes harmful. We've talked about sugar, fried food, processed snacks, things you'd expect to cause issues. But here's where it gets really surprising. Even vitamins, the ones we're told are essential for aging well, can cause harm when taken in the wrong way. Yes, you heard that right. 2 of the most commonly recommended vitamins, vitamin A and vitamin D, can actually contribute to leg weakness and discomfort in older adults, particularly when taken in high doses or without proper medical supervision. 1. Vitamin A, a double-edged sword. Vitamin A is essential for vision, immune support, and skin health. But beyond age 60, your body doesn't process it as efficiently. If you're taking high-dose supplements or consuming too many fortified foods, your body may not be able to excrete the excess. The result? It starts to build up, especially in the liver and joints. This accumulation can cause a condition known as hypervitaminosis A, which often presents as muscle pain, particularly in the legs and back. You might think it's arthritis or age-related joint issues, but in reality, it could be too much of this good vitamin. What's more, excessive vitamin A interferes with the absorption of magnesium and calcium, 2 minerals your muscles need to contract and relax properly. That imbalance leads to cramping, stiffness, and overall muscular fatigue. Over time, it also weakens bone density, particularly in areas that bear weight. like the hips, knees, and legs. For someone already living with osteoporosis or thinning bones, this could lead to fractures and a serious decline in mobility. Headphone personal insight. In my years of practice, I've met more than a few seniors who thought they were doing everything right by taking multivitamins daily. But when they showed up with unexplained leg soreness and we ran tests, we discovered their vitamin A levels were far too high, despite their best intentions. 2. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin with a dark side. Vitamin D is often praised for its role in bone health and immunity, and many doctors, myself included, recommend it, especially for older adults. But like A, it's fat-soluble, which means the body stores it, rather than flushing out excess. When you take too much vitamin D, either through supplements or high-fortified foods, you can develop a condition called hypervitaminosis D. It leads to excess calcium in your blood, which in turn causes stiffness, muscle pain, and in more severe cases, nausea and confusion. That high calcium can even start to calcify soft tissues, like tendons and muscle fibers in your legs. Suddenly, your calves feel tight, your thighs are sore, and your range of motion starts to drop. These symptoms don't usually come all at once, they creep in slowly over time. To make matters worse, high levels of vitamin D can impact kidney function, which plays a major role in filtering out waste and balancing minerals in the blood. As kidney performance drops, fluid retention and muscle fatigue rise, leading to that familiar feeling of heaviness and aching in the legs. Headphone quick cautionary tale. I had a patient named George, 76 years old, active, ate well, took vitamin D because everyone says it's good for you. But he was taking 5,000 IU daily without testing his levels. Over time, he developed persistent leg cramps and back pain. Blood work revealed very high calcium and vitamin D. After reducing his intake and increasing hydration, the cramps disappeared in less than a month. Direct hit. So what's the takeaway here? Vitamins aren't bad, they're essential. But after 60, your body's ability to regulate and process them changes. More isn't always better. It's about the right dose at the right time with the right supervision. If you're over 60 and taking vitamin A or D supplements, ask your doctor for a simple blood test. It could be the difference between months of unexplained discomfort and a quick, easy fix. Conclusion: small changes, stronger legs, healthier life. So here we are, at the end of a journey that may have surprised you. We've explored how certain foods, habits, and even vitamins, usually considered part of a healthy routine, can quietly chip away at your leg's strength, energy, and overall independence. Let's take a moment to reflect. If you've been struggling with heaviness in your legs, pain going upstairs, or just a general feeling of weakness, it might not be just age. Often it's a mix of what we eat, what we supplement, and how our body responds differently after 60. The good news: you have more control than you think. By cutting back on sugary desserts and fried foods, choosing natural snacks over ultra-processed ones, and being smart about supplements, you can reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and rebuild muscle support in your legs. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Switch that nightly ice cream to Greek yogurt with berries. Replace white bread with whole grains and avocado. Talk to your doctor about your vitamin A and D intake, especially if you're taking supplements daily. These are simple shifts, not radical diets, not complicated regimens. They're everyday choices that respect how your body changes as you age. Headphone final insight. One of my longtime patients, a 75-year-old woman named Margaret, once told me, "I didn't realize how much better I could feel until I just made a few smarter choices." She went from needing a walker on bad days to walking her dog comfortably every morning, just by eating smarter and adjusting her supplements. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Senior Health Over 60. Your support helps us reach more people just like you and gives us the energy to keep creating content that truly matters. And don't forget, Your health journey doesn't stop here. Check out our next video on the 3 essential vitamins every senior should take, linked right here on the screen. Until next time,